All right, this is a real challenge. I'm gonna try to read my notes, my comedy notes, my comedy notes for the week. This is taken right from the headlines of the New York Post, the funniest paper in all of New York. Now let's see, rush hour. Pretty soon we're gonna have about 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 a month illegal aliens. Now, I don't think they should be called illegal aliens. I like to call our new future compatriots of citizenship uh, just assertive vacationists, and they will be they're coming over the border because we're such a lovely country. Everybody wants to be here, and who can blame them? Rest of the world, that's good. Everybody wants to be an American. Yes, that's very good. Now another thing, our illustrious governor has said that no more can you say illegal alien. You got to say something else. I forget, and my brain's not working right. I believe it's something like transient citizen who's not from here. Maybe different than that. I misremember. Tish, which is our district attorney, who prosecutes Mr. Trump, and is also prosecuting Cuomo for sexual harassment. Copperfield Cuomo, as he's affectionately called. I thought this was a persecution and a prejudicial situation, being once an Italian. I thought it was because we're just it's not that he's molesting, it's just that he's an affectionate person who loves the world and wants to grab it by the ass. That's the truth. And people should know that. Because look, when Italians do it, they go, hello. You think when an Italian man runs up to you and he hugs you, as a greeting if you're a woman, you think he's trying to feel up your boobs? Well, maybe. But that's not the point. Well, you want to be a bunch of like Midwestern Protestants? Oh, like, no, no, I want you to touch me. I don't know why. I have to check you out. I don't think that's right. Now, let's see. Let me go. My size going blind. Going blind. There's. I don't know what that was from. Oh, from fair beats to gun busts. Now, this is something. For $1 million a month or thereabouts, we are hiring private firms to check out people who jump over the turnstiles. It seems that when people who jump over the turnstiles tend to be the people who come in with guns, machetes, and assorted weaponry into the subway system to do havoc. That's right, they do havoc. And and you can't. It's like every day's Halloween now. We got ninjas in the subway attacking people. We got you basically a lunatic homeless man. But I don't think we should call them homelessmen. Some of these people have homes. They have roofs over their heads. They should be called psychotically, violently, the mentally ill. The mentally, and they're not well. They're actually in pretty good damn shape. They were what you call from refugees from the violent ward, if you know what I'm saying. Now, here we got I have to play my, even though I don't want to. It's like, what are these eyes I got here? I don't want to. Yeah, but for $1 million we have these private firms, but they can't arrest anybody. They can't arrest anybody. What they have to do is call a cop to arrest the person. But they hire a big burly guy, so it intimidates the guy, and they think I can get arrested. But actually, these guys got no power. All they could do is say, "Hey, don't do that. Wait here while I get the cop." And then when the cop gets them, the cop has to let they go for one day. They get a little ticket, and they are out again. But they take the gun away. Okay. From the beach to the bun. All Long Island is being terrorized by youth gangs. Oh, they're killing, they're murdering, and these are terrible people. It's the no love gang, no love, no true love, no fixed love, something like that. They steal dogs, and that's where I draw the line. Let me tell you something. I'm no vigilante. First off, I'm a coward. I have no gun. I have no skills. But if I was in the theater of my mind, dog nappers are the worst, the lowest of the low, especially the stealing little pugs. You little dirty bird night faced bugs. You don't want to get in my bedside. Mr. Because I will vote for the guy who's going to make. I will resurrect Curtis Lewa from the grave. And he's not even dead, so you can imagine with putting the superpowers that he could have with his little beret and his red thing, and he was like those pug stealing punks. Teach him a lesson. Like in the 70s and 80s, he was my hero. You see something he luggage bandit, Fed fired. Oh, fired. Apparently somebody who was gender fluid. Now, this man, I in a previous podcast, I disapproved of him aesthetically. He has a bald head, a mustache like me, and then lipstick, and he wears a dress. He works for the Atomic Commission to get rid of the radioactive isotopes. So he has a very responsible job. But he looks like something from the Hunger Games, like one of those weirdos from the Hunger Games. Not one of the people who were doing the games, people who watched and laughed while they dressed up in costume. Well, anyway, he was a thief. He would go into luggage and he said he wasn't. He was not. He not only was he a thief, he was a dumb thief. But he look at him. They had cameras all around taking pictures. And they took the picture of him. And what happens? They find that the man was stealing luggage, and I don't mean just luggage. Put your pose. He stole this woman's luggage. It was $2,000 for luggage. I never even heard about that. I get a $20 luggage. I don't live in this class, and he steals it. He does it again, and they find out, and he has a problem. He's a klepto luggagist. Sad, really. The man overcame looking at make something that came out of the Hunger Games, and he ruined his job. He got fired. Of course, you can't steal like that. You could be kinky in the Biden administration, or as I call it, the Crypt Keeper administration. Biden the Bolshevik. The man's a communist. I tell you he's a communist. What's say? Oh, harem. No, oh, you know that guy who make believe money with bitcoins? Well, he claims he's a vegetarian. Or he's a budget of a vegetarian. Well, he had an orgy there. So he had polyamorous girlfriend who was kind of nerdy looking, but I didn't see her by herself from up here. But she's cutie, and she cutie patootie, and she was she's gonna flip on me. She was losing all this money. She was part of the situation where he got caught because she was incompetent. She was using tarot reads and doing just goofy stuff. A bunch of goofy kids who probably have bankrupt the whole country because people want to believe that you can have make believe money. I don't believe it. My money is real money. Do I have money on the table? I'll show you what real money is. You gotta be backed up by the government. You can't do what you just want to do. Let me look at something. What white hypocrisy? Oh, who's being a stalker? They must be talking about the president. Oh, now there's a female congresswoman named Green who's very right wing. She's kind of a looker. If I myself say myself, you can look at my still rough girl. And she said if she was in the insurrection, which I don't call it the insurrection. Personally, I think what happened on January 6th was more of a temper tantrum and a midlife crisis for a lot of men in my age group, or a little old, younger, 40s. But they printed themselves proud. They went up the Capitol steps and they got in there, but they didn't. They were just pissed off. That's all. And because let me tell you something. The election was a little bit damn fixed. A little bit. I'm not saying a lot. Enough that you can have a temper tantrum. And they wouldn't be getting beaten up by the Antifa people for 4 years. And then they start to strike back. And they think, oh, I'm gonna go after the Pelosi. I'm gonna change things. Now they do. And now they're in jail. And it's sad because they're the true patriots and the type of people fight dog wars. Anyway, enough of that. Well, anyway, but hypocrisy, whereas means that I could do it if I was in charge, and I think, and I'm a feminist in my own way, I think if that broad was in charge, I think we would be in the Trump second dynasty right now. But she wasn't. because she didn't do it. The Globes drama, they're having the Golden Globes, which are political. It's not based on what the people want, it's based on what the Golden Globes wants. I'm not going to watch. They move movies I don't want to watch. I don't need this. Oh, this is interesting. People who use snooze buttons, right? Snooze button put you sleep. I'll go wake up. I'll go wake up. Oh no, I'm only in 5 more minutes. They should wake up naturally, which you only in the time clock. So I got a time clock. I have a clock that constantly ticks. I'm a ticking time bomb. Well, I can tell you. Now, snooze, you lose. It's now Jet setting Pete. Now, Peter J is going to run for president pretty soon. I think so. You're gonna have your common Giggles Harris. You're gonna have your slick back guy from California, Greasy Pete, and then you're gonna have that was Pete Buttigieg, but apparently Pete Buttigieg, who wants us all to use electrical cars and wants us to be environmental, is taking a lot of private jet trips. You're not being a good example to the people. You can't just go, oh, I don't wear the mask because I'm gay. I don't know. And so you want to go on jet because it's neat and you're gay and you want to get back to your husband? You know? Pete, stop the private planes. Live up to your credos. Don't make us do it. Not that I have I don't have what's them for thing bun in the oven because I don't have a plane and I don't have any place to go. But that's not the point. Oh, what's this? Just Kanye named #1 anti-Semite of 2022. I didn't know that there was an award that came out for the top Semites, anti-Semites of every year. I bet Mel has a few trophies on his, Mel Gibson. He has a few trophies on his mantelpiece. And who else? Pat Buchanan probably won. I'll remember Pat. You probably don't remember that. You don't know who that Pat Buchanan is. But he thought that we were on the wrong side. We had Stalin here and Hitler here and Soviets here and the Nazis here. And maybe we should have gone for the Nazis as our allies. No, Pat. I'll tell you, because the greatest evil man in the world was Adolf Hitler, and of course, Stalin second, close second, followed by Mao Zedong. That's right. Then it's a horse race. You got your poke touch. You got Papa Doc. You got Mussolini. You got Mussolini, but I think Mussolini wasn't that bad. He was comic relief. I think so. Oh, Biden butts a big. Now, this is something I'm going to say. I'm going to actually come back with this because I don't think it was a waste. The money that was to fight the pandemic, they had stuff about pickleball courts and nice stuff, fun stuff. I don't mind pork. I love pork. If it's long, if I'm eating that pork, it's okay with me. Let's see. Yeah, golf course. He subsidized. No, I'm not a golfer, but poets. I think there's a place for poets singing their little songs, wearing the black things, thinking dark lots. Makes me look good when I deal with a poet. Oh, you negative freak. Oh, journal. This is very frightening. What was it? Kenya named #1. Yeah, they found out. Buying bucks as you waste. Well, no, I did that already. What's going on here? There was a journalist who was doing some gay rights things in this Arab country where they had all the soccer going on. And what happened? What happened here? Well, his brother, his twin brother, was protesting to support his twin brother. He bought a T-shirt and it was a rainbow. They didn't like it. He was announcing against the government there. All of a sudden, he mysteriously dies, poisoned, I say, and that's why his family say, because he was in first help. All of a sudden, he has respiratory situations going there. Look, I've seen cop movies. I see streaming series about stuff like that. He was murdered. You can't murder our reporters. We could call them names, but you can't. I also I look to reporters and I'll go CSNBC, you bastards, you commie bastards. I don't want nobody killed. Believe in them. Just shake them a little bit. Oh, now this is a gray area. I'm going to tell you what happened. Two people on the plane, a man and a woman. It was kissing. It was love at 12,000 feet. It was love in the air. They're sitting next to each other. They start cuddling, innocent cuddle. Oh, groping each other and letting snuggle. The man can only be a man. He went to the other. He went to the next level. She wakes up. He's up on her boss. Now he's being charged with molestation of one in the air. But no, it was a mutual thing. She changed her mind on it, but give them a little benefit of the doubt. You can't let somebody grope you and not know that things can get out of hand. Your boobs are right there. Growing you, talking to you. Oh, maybe I have mental illness, but they do talk, They talk. Oh, Selma Hayek, they scream, her boobs. Let me tell you something. Oh, let me use. You got a wrist slap. You should get a wrist slap. That's what you do. Somebody rubs your boobs after you let them cuddle, and you go, boom, stop it. It's true. Oh, Vlad, our own little dictator, is a passing on. He usually does a State of the Union, or the not Soviet Union, the Russian Republic. And he's not doing it there because he's got bad news. The Ukrainians are beating the hell out of the Russians, which amazed me. I'm Nostrovini, and I thought the Russians would crush Ukraine over time because too many Russians, too much arms, and too much size, and there's a war of attrition. But the tough Ukrainians. I lived next to the Ukrainians. I had no idea. I didn't pick a fight with them when I was a kid, but I was a passive kid. I was a sweet boy. Oh my goodness. Fast takes. Fast. Oh, that's fast takes. They, say Democrats don't want Trump to win. They're trying to save him from running, and yet they want him to win because the only thing they think oh, Ice Cream Pete or Biden, Joe, I want to eat an ice cream, Biden could beat. Two octogenarians slugging out and maybe breaking a hip during it. Oh my goodness! But they don't want Putin. They don't want the other guy, the Italian from Florida, Ron DeSantis. Oh, he's a fresh, he's tough. He's actually Trump with common sense, frightening common sense. My God. The kid who had make the believe money. His family is ruined because they were brought a mansion. They were left wing professors, given to a lot of your basic left wing courses about your environment and all that kind of stuff. And they were complete. Stop. I didn't set my clock. I have no idea how long I've been doing this. Oh, but they're in trouble. Everybody's in trouble now. It's billions of dollars. Oh, what's this? Look at my glass. Oh, the environmentalists are going to sue the oil companies for ruining Mother Earth. All I gotta say is, if you can't sue somebody when you have electricity in the house, gas in your car. You gotta take the good with the bad. True, we are doing a number on Mother Earth. True enough. But you're benefited from that, you bastard, you commie bastard. I leave you with that, you commie bastard. And for all my commie bastard friends, let's not take it too personal. No, that we're all God's children, except for you atheists. You atheists aren't God's children, because God hurts his feelings when you don't think he believes, don't believe he exists. It's one thing to think God is dead, he had an accident. It's another thing to think he didn't exist. That's all a fiction of a bunch of carnivorous apes who cannot deal with their own mortality. I don't think that's the way to think. I think you should think of your God as an imperfect God, sort of looking like me. Yes, We are all part of God. And some of us kind of look like God in a way, or is going for the look. So I'm a cross between Odin, Buddha, and Jesus. Be Jesus, if he had lived and had a bad overeaten diet, he wanted to do a lot of dinners. Well, that's one of his main emphasis. And who knows what would have happened? He would maybe had that still in his body. We'll never know. Never know. Well, it's time to go bye bye. It's time to go bye bye. Oh yes,